Hey lovers, thank you so much for returning to the podcast via the other platform. So those of you that had joined me a few moments ago through the other platform, we appreciate it. Right now we are sharing via Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook Live. Okay, so hopefully you are able to see that. And we are doing a conversation today on Solfeggio. As I said before, we are facing a lot of challenges, and especially as African Americans that are tuned in and you're like myself, we already have our everyday challenges that we face all the time. Discrimination in the workplace, discrimination in retail, discrimination at restaurants, even sometimes in home situations. So we already have enough of that. And then we have the occurrences and incidents that happen in the national and global news that we are faced with. And now we are being hit with a virus that seems to be coming for us as well, with the COVID-19 virus creating a global pandemic, and that being a major threat to African Americans as well. We are always dealing with a lot. And so being able to find a way to get away, as I talked about earlier, on social media, I'm connected with a lot of people, pen pals in India and in Africa, and people that I connect with, and coaches there, and conversations that I have. And then in the States, people that I connect with from state to state and across the United States. So there's just always a lot of people coming at me, and family, and, I'm a grandmother, I'm a mother. So there's always a lot going on, right? So with all of that going on, it tends to be a lot of heaviness, and then you add on all these other stressors. So you have to find a way to get away. Solfeggio has been that I needed, and it has been doing a lot in the healing process. It has been helping with almost as the healing is almost like getting a full body deep massage. Like, a lot of tension goes away. And even though it seems like, well, what all I'm doing is just pressing play and listening, but you'll find that the frequencies do a lot. So I had to do a lot of research on it, and just adding it. The 448 is great, yes, for all of us that are, doing that breathing technique, and tapping is wonderful as well. But combining it, yes, or even not combining it, doing it alone even is effective when it comes to Solfeggio frequencies. So it's great for overnight. I don't know if we should be doing it overnight, because it's a deep, deep, deep sleep that you'll go into, but I do. So it helps me. It's great for meditation. It's great for extreme quiet time. And then when you find yourself going back to social media, you can address the topics and debates and, conversation, and allow others to vent, and you vent, and you go back and forth. And you can do it without the ugly and the nasty. So when I feel myself like I'm coming for racists with every negative, derogatory word I can think of because of how they've come for us, when I feel myself going that far, I'll pull back, because they're not worth too much of that energy. They are in need of being told. You can tell them, you can put them in check, but you have to pull back from what they're trying to get from you, because oftentimes on the topics of racism, they're trying to pull anger from you because they are entertained by it. So I'll give them enough to let them know I'm not no B to it, but at the same time, not so much that you take away my peace. And that's on anything, even the fear of the COVID-19 crisis, and going out there and trying to be careful and keeping your home in careful order and staying home and quarantining and all that. Even that stuff, you can't allow that to take away your peace. So it's just like all this that you have going on, and you're trying to find this extreme balance, right? So what I'm doing now is I'm going to share with the pages some research that I have done on it. That way I don't take up too much of your time with my opinion, and more give you what I found on Solfeggio frequencies, right? And it's just this desire. There's some of us out there that, seek that meta-human type life, like that heightened awareness, away from viewing things in such a stuck perspective. So stuck that it creates anger. So stuck that in the way of thinking that you can't see another way. You can't hear another way. You're caught up in these old stories of the way that things used to be and the way that things were, to the point where you can't even come from it, right? So this is live right now on Spreaker. So I am going to let you guys know that. I believe that you can just click on the site. Click link is what I'm going to say. All right. So as far as I know, I believe that you can click it and it'll take you to the live also. But I don't know, because I'm live, so I can't really help you or tell you. Just hopefully you can hear it. I told you guys that I would invite you. And so I'm here. And I'm hoping that you're tuned in as well. So I'm going to just share what I have found, how I'm able to just pull back. I'm not telling you to ignore the issues ever, but how to pull back from it so that when you're engaging with other people, you are able to do so without the anger, the bitterness, because it'll speak ethos, how you are, and you don't want to tell a story that you're not trying to tell because you are angry in your delivery. Cool? I hope that makes some sense, right? So what I'm going to do is take you to what I've been reading. I hope it does not disconnect us. How devastating will that be? So far it looks like it still has us. Look like it still has us there. So good. So I'm going to get you into what I've been doing with the Solfeggio frequencies. Again, you need to stay tuned at least to the part where I tell you about the different hertz, because that part is really key, because you don't want to just go in thinking you know what you're doing and press and play and you don't know what you're trying to achieve, because then it's just a listening party and you're not really working on what you need to work on. And the benefit of it is addressing whatever it is that's troublesome to you, are causing you even body aches and pain. Some people get headaches. You feel a sense of anxiety. Not from the frequencies. You have all these things going on with the issues that we're facing in today's world. So you have body aches from stress, headaches from stress, extreme back pain, knee pain, all kind of things can happen. Inability to focus, inability to get out and do the things that you need to do. All that can happen, right? So this frequency just works it out for me, and I just wanted to share with you guys so you can try to do this to kind of bring some of that out of your posts and your interactions with people, because you can have a conversation without being nasty, unless you have to be nasty, because the white races that come all the way for you, sometimes you do have to take it there. And sometimes brothers and sisters will do the same thing, and you have to do it without letting it hurt you. And until you pull back from all of that each day, you probably won't be able to, you won't see yourself doing that. You stay too stuck in it, and you just go at it with a full passionate hatred. You will find that it will hurt you way before it hurts one of them, right? All right, so here it is. Tribe of the Healer says this: Solfeggio frequencies. What is it, the benefits, and how to do it? Scientific studies and the research. So they say everything vibrates. So if this is the case, then everything has its own frequency as well. If you want to cleanse not only your vibes, but your mind and your body, that's where I've been. cleansing the mind and the body, then you have to have a go at the Solfeggio frequencies and see how you feel afterwards. Maybe your chakra will be aligned by using this frequency. Maybe, right? Usually yes, but maybe, depending on how tense you people are. Solfeggio frequencies form part of an ancient scale that was rediscovered by Dr. Joseph Polio in 1974. They are a 6-tone sequence of special electromagnetic frequencies. They were originally used in Gregorian chants many hundreds of years ago, and recently they were brought back to everybody's attention for their healing powers. Most of us that are tapping into it are benefiting from the healing powers, right? So as Gaia explains, Arezzo wanted to teach melodies and harmonies in new ways so he could have the attention of the monastic choirs. His innovation spanned from the Gideon hand, which was used thoroughly in choirs, where he associated notes to specific parts of his fingers and the rest of the palm, and a choir master would then learn this position in order to point them out to the rest of the choir so that they could reach the following notes. And to the way that he decided to express a musical note, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, which is in turn derived by the first syllable of an ancient hymn called Hymn to St. John the Baptist, right? I'm going to try to share some of the frequencies with you also, you guys in the background, right? So the hymn was written by a different monk in the 8th century, and his name was Paulus Diaconus, right? The first stanza of the hymn goes like this. You all familiar with it a little also, but O, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sa. The 9 Solfeggio healing frequencies located in a 9-pointed star in a blue circle are the 9 ancient sacred Solfeggio tones. I know a lot of that is like, what? It doesn't matter because all of it makes sense to the healing powers, which is what I'm going to show you guys. All right, give us a moment because I know YouTube is going to be aggressive in tone. They tend to be. And I'm going to play some of it for you in the background. So 417 hertz. Yeah, okay, let's go to 417. We can go to 417. I'm going to try to pull up some in the background.
Are you tired of the media spinning the truth and pushing false narratives? Well, take a look at this. Over the last 3 years, while the...
All right, that was YouTube. You guys are familiar. All right, so I'm going to play the 417 in the background just so that people can get an idea. Now, these frequencies, again, induce movements of consciousness that will help stimulate new changes that are necessary on individuals who would like to achieve an awakening. So, again, we talked earlier on the other podcast about the heightened awakening. So, if these frequencies are so good, why are there not many people doing them? So, Tribe of the Healer says this. It turns out that the Solfeggio frequencies were lost for many years. So don't go and say, girl, I knew about that, or girl, no one does that, or, people told us about that long ago, or all that. It doesn't matter. Somehow it got lost. And then somehow a bunch of people started using it, and now people are finding the healing powers. So we're in the keyword now. So right now it works. So what happened long ago, way back when, you guys be having like full-fledged in gear arguments about what happened centuries ago, and it's always hilarious to me. Okay, so continue. As it turns out, the Solfeggio frequencies were lost for many years. In specific, it was back when the Catholic Church started to look at music as something to look down upon, as it was considered to be blasphemous. So it says, however, it wasn't all completely lost down the history lane, as some similar scales have been produced as time went by. What do you hear there? I hear religion got in the way. That's what I heard when I read that. So religion got in the way. So even though it's very difficult to find a peer-reviewed study that will prove or disapprove the use of the Solfeggio frequency as a way of healing or therapy, You don't even need words on a paper. Like, there are people that are doing this that will tell you the healing powers, right? I'm trying to tell you that it works. But, I have to do this research breakdown because people always want to challenge you. So, again, even though it's difficult to find a peer-reviewed study that will prove or disapprove the use of the Solfeggio frequency as a way of healing or therapy, it has been said that these frequencies have helped many individuals throughout the centuries to undo difficult situations, to change their perspective of things, to turn sadness into happiness. But above all, it has helped many to reconnect with their own self. Heightened awareness. Right? So here are the frequencies. Right now, we are listening to 417 hertz. And this one that we're listening to says is for negative energy and blockage and getting rid of the negative energy and blockage. So again, we're listening to 417 hertz. These are on YouTube. You can go purchase whatever you want to purchase. May I not say it enough? It is available on YouTube. Some have 30 minutes. Some have 1 hour, 2 hours, even 9 hours. Like, it's plenty of it available. But do what you need to do. Do it your way. So here are the frequencies broken down. So right now in the background, you hear the 417. That one, again, it clears away all the negative energy, resistance, combative, anger, always wanting to go at people's throats, hatred. Gets rid of all that negative energy. Ladies, it's going to take the tension off of you, make you better lovers. That better lover aspect. Like, you're not going to be perfect. It's not going to stop your man from cheating. It's not, none of that. It's just being a better lover feels good to you. Your satisfaction, right? So it does a lot. Like, it does a lot. The benefits are endless. So before we're listening to the 417, I'm going to tell you in order, right? So 396 hertz, do. Okay, so remember it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, le, re, fa. Okay, so that's how it was written originally, right? So 396 hertz, do, usually related to guilt and fear and how they can suppress other emotions as well. It's associated with the color red. And then you'll see when people have that up there on YouTube, they use a lot of images related to the colors that it's related to, also associated with. So that's helpful. 417 hertz ray is usually related to past trauma and negativity and the willingness to change. So this one is important for me. I like to do 417 and 528. So 417 hertz ray related to past trauma and negativity and the willingness to change. And this frequency can help you to recognize those past traumas that are no longer valuable in your life. And it is associated with the color orange. So that's where this one really is going to apply to a lot of people. It's related to past trauma. It's related to negativity. It helps you assist with that willingness to change that's in you. That's why you press play to see what you could do about it, to see what you could fix on it. And the frequency can help you to recognize those past traumas that are no longer valuable in your life. That's the 417 hertz. Then you can move up to the 520, I don't want to put it on you're down here, then go up there kind of scale. I want you to reach for what you need with these, right? At the 528 hertz, it usually is related to DNA, the peace of mind and clarity. This frequency will help you heal and remove any sickness that you may have in you. It's associated with the color yellow. At the 639 hertz Fa, it usually is related to interpersonal relationships. This frequency is going to help you heal those difficult relationships that you still have from the past, while reconnecting with those who are valuable in your present. It's associated with the color green. At 741 hertz, soul, it is usually related to the emotional stability that you're looking for. This frequency is going to help you solve any problems you may have in your life. It's associated with the color blue. It's helping you identify the problems that you may be having. Some are so deep that you're going to have to go seek counseling. You're going to have to go to therapy. But this is going to give you your start to stop running from it. Start feeling it. Start connecting with it. Looking it dead in the face. And just saying, let me deal with this. It is time to deal with this. I am not going to run from it. At 852 hertz, law, it is usually related to the views of oneself and the universe. My favorite place to be. Like heightened awareness. You're related to how you are and what you think and what you believe in and your own personal balance. You're connected with the universe and accepting the law of attraction. You're living in today and not worrying about tomorrow. You're aware of yesterday, but you still trust that today can bring what it's supposed to bring because you've moved past that. Right? So it says 852 hertz law, it is usually related to the views of oneself and the universe. It requires open space in order to allow intuition to come in. Got to be connected to intuition because when we move away from it, we miss things that we need to see. And that's associated with the color indigo. At the 963 hertz, C, it is usually related to the feeling of oneness, the awakening. It means awakening and interconnected to the universe. This frequency helps you to reconnect with yourself. It's associated with the color purple. I love purple. And who knew that it was covering me in such a way all these years of loving purple, right? So, the benefits of Solfeggio frequencies. Calming down with Solfeggio frequencies, just like it happens with the binaural beats, listening to the Solfeggio frequencies are going to help your mind from the chaos that you put yourself in. So the relaxing music, in specific, something that has this type of frequency, can help to produce serotonin. That is an important neurotransmitter and chemical found in the human body that regulates your mood and social behavior, among a whole lot of other things, right? Sense of balance with Solfeggio frequencies. You guys know I'm a balance seeker constantly. And the constant use of these frequencies has many reported benefits. One of them is a sense of balance in your life. Okay? Healing. It has been said that these frequencies must be used when a person is trying to heal physical or emotional damage. But the individual must believe in the healing power of such notes and vibrations. That's why I wanted you guys to do some research with me so that you can see it. People have already been out there. There are people that are healing from it. So you got to be in tune with it. Meditating with Solfeggio frequencies. There are some people who dislike or who can't meditate with binaural beats or any other type of relaxing music. If this is your case, give Solfeggio frequencies a try, see how it goes, as meditation can become more relaxed and focused when you're listening to an external cue that could be used as your guidance. I hope that helps somebody who's struggling with meditating, right? Okay, so Tribe of the Healers goes on to say, it is understandable to feel skeptical about the use of Solfeggio frequencies and its application in real life. However, it's a well-known fact that music has healing properties that, even though have been thoroughly studied by scientists from all over the world, there's still people that question these things. And there are a lot of unanswered questions as well. So this isn't something new. Ancient civilization from all areas of the world used music as therapy in all kind of forms, okay? The Greeks used the flutes, lyres. The Mesopotamians used the harp, or Incas used the flute. So this is why music was used whenever there was a need to alleviate pains that were caused by indigestion issues. You'll find that all that stuff's going to go away. All that stuff's going to go away. I'm telling you, you're going to become so regular. Chakra going to be like, I love you, girl. It is quite, dude. It is quite impressive the value that ancient civilizations would give to the power of music. This is why it is said that music is simply another important part of a life cycle. In fact, when a baby is inside the mom's womb, what is it that they hear the most? Of course, the sound of their mom's heartbeat. It sounds like a drum, the constant rhythm of the person's voice. This is why the particular rhythm is also relevant, as it connects us to the source of it all and one another. I hope I'm giving you guys everything you need to just at least go try. Go try. Solfeggio frequencies, I'm telling you. How to get the best from Solfeggio. Find your perfect place. Find your perfect position. Choose a Solfeggio frequency track. It's easy. You just go press play. Like I said, they're up there. They are on YouTube for free. Several uninterrupted versions of it are up there. And then it says, moreover, the way a person breathes, you're inhaling and you're exhaling. So it's important for you to learn your 448 because I'm sure there's other types. But this is what helps me. So I'm going to inhale to the count of 4. Exhale to the count of 4. Inhale. Hold at 4. Exhale to the count of 8. So inhale at 4. Hold at 4. Exhale to the count of 8. Right? So find what works for you. Get the perfect place for you. Find the perfect position, quiet area. Get started. Frequencies are up on YouTube everywhere. I just played some of it for you guys here. The 417 was in this podcast. 417 hertz. The important thing for you to understand is that you need to listen to the frequency and relax. It is advisable to use these frequencies as a piece of healing music that you will aid, that says that will aid you during your meditation practice. Do try to listen to the frequencies regularly and you will get the best of them by doing so. So I told you guys that I would come and talk to you a bit more about that, and I hope that learning about it will help you also. It's been tremendous in the year of 2020 to have to add this, being able to add this, because meditation, some of the majority of the meditations that I was listening to were guided, had some talking in there, and that's cool, but once I learned the pattern of doing it and got my 448s in order, and it's good to just go press play on the frequencies and just go right in tune to what I need to get rid of. Someone irritates me to the highest and I just know that I can't take any more of it. Press play and then just go into the Solfeggio frequencies. They're treating us bad, out of our control it seems, the power to be against us. Press play. Go into the frequency. Going to bed to it. Addressing your issues head on while you're listening to it. Here are some of the things that I am going through, and that's something that I need to address, and that's a possible fear, but it's becoming an unhealthy fear, and I need to get out of the unhealthy stage and put it in a healthy place. All of that. Like, you're going to find a lot with it. So it's helped me. When something helps me, I don't like to hold secrets like that. The kind of secrets I hold are the ones that aren't your business, like when someone tells me their issues and I don't share it with anyone else so that they can have a safe, private place to come share it. So many people bring me their things and it's not you guys' business. What I do is listen and try to help them work to the solution with it. Sometimes they have to go to counseling because it's beyond anything that I can walk them through. They have to go to counseling and therapy and holistic doctors, and it gets deep. But those are things that they bring to me. But when it comes to this kind of stuff right here, you guys can look at your own. Each person has so much in today's world. Not everybody. Some people are at extreme more peace than others. But a lot of people are dealing with so much that you seem like you would just run when someone suggests something like this to you. Like, yes, she found a place for me to release. And then while you're in there, get rid of that ugly stuff. Get rid of it. Address it. Head on. What is the solution? What do you need to distance yourself from? What do you need to stop doing? What do you need to get rid of? What do you need to walk away from? Distance is my key thing when I'm trying to find answers to how did you get here? And that is just not about a lover. Like, there are some people, other than sharing birth from the same mother, and you're like, oh, that's how we're connected. Or the same father, oh, that's how we're connected. There's some people like, how did you get on my life path? You have to address those things. All right, you guys. So I hope that helps. Hopefully it does. And we can take it somewhere further if need be. But I just see so much tension and so many people attacking each other quickly without listening. You respond to defend. You respond in a defensive mannerism. Not hearing a person all the way through. Sometimes people can be overwhelming. Here's a good example of a topic that gets overwhelming at times. The debate of religion, and that's one of my podcasts coming up, and we're talking about the unapologetic responses that I have to have now when it comes to religion and the Bible and church. And my own spiritual journey and my one-on-one time that I like to spend with God uninterrupted. What I found unapologetically is that religion interrupts my one-on-one connection with God. And I don't care how many times they spin the keep the saints around you narrative. It interrupts my time. So I find that I have a better spiritual connection, that my prayers are less interrupted, that my meditation is more focused, that I'm addressing my issues a lot better when I do just my one-on-one, because God is you and you are God, but that's something that so many people it's hard for them to figure it out. So religion gets in the way of that. And so I don't do Bible debates and religion debates. Unapologetically, I don't want to go there. I just want to talk about the solutions and where you can find your peace, resiliency, and bouncing back from traumatic incidents in life. Because I've done that and I've been there and I've walked through the journey, I can help people towards jumping on that path, right? Can't do that with religion in a way. So that's a whole new podcast coming up, and you guys are going to get a lot from that when I share that with you guys shortly. So have a good Sunday. Solfeggio frequencies. They gave me something. I hope it gives you something. So, do something with it. Don't just listen. Don't just take my word for it. Go out there and see if it's for you. That's it, you guys. Tell your friend to tell another friend to tune in to the hashtag ASKDEEVA show. Love you guys. Later.